It's safe to say that airline collectible shows bring out the best in model airport dioramas. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an immaculate display at Airliners International 2025, a GeminiJets 1-200 display of Atlanta's Concourse A. This is going to be a blast, and I hope all of you are excited for this today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this display, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, so go ahead and take a look at this immaculate GeminiJets 1-200 display of the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport Concourse A replica. Just overall phenomenal in so many ways. I have several pictures here that we're going to take a look at today, and it's safe to say that this is one of the coolest dioramas I've ever seen at airline collectible show, especially in 1-200. Just so much detail to go into here, and this is going to be a blast. Before I begin though, I would definitely 100% want to recognize who makes this possible. So a huge shout out to Josh for putting this together during AI2025, and as you can see, very well deserved with over 750 likes on the airport diorama Facebook group, which I do recommend joining these Facebook groups to see all kinds of cool displays. But thank you so much for bringing this. Everybody enjoyed it so much, and today we're going to take a look at all of that. So Josh, thank you so much. Him and Pat Foster, who obviously has his channel on YouTube, really work closely together on these 1-200 displays, and it's definitely really eye-opening and inspiring, and I'll talk about that more through the video. But let's just get a high-level overview, everybody, of what we currently have going on here. So as you can tell, this is just an amazing looking display at so many levels, right? So you have all the gates leading down. I think it's about 25 gates or so, and all the different configurations as well. You obviously have a 767 in there and so many pieces to the puzzle. So you actually have a Lego concourse here, which we'll get some different views of here in a moment. So you have a Lego concourse along with a, I believe it is a Google Maps printed layout, which is a really unique combo. I think it's really cool. Obviously Legos can go a very long way, and you can certainly see the intricate details here, just the high level overview of this initial shot. We'll talk about more details as we start to look, but it is certainly very impressive. So I have quite a wide array of shots that I got, and I'll point out some of the coolest aspects as we go. So once again, there's the high level overview. We'll take a look at that once we go a little bit more in depth on each aircraft. So we're going to start over here with the lower A gate numbers. As you can see here, just a beautiful array of models, ground service equipment, jet bridges, and so forth. So I'll actually start with the models and work outwards. So we have the Delta MD-88, 1-200. All these are 1-200. Delta A320, Delta, it looks like an MD-88 as well, or MD-90, and then it just goes on. We'll get some closer shots here in a moment. You can see some various GSC. Some of it's 3D printed. Some of it, I think it all appears to be mainly 3D printed, but some cool pushback tugs. One cool difference is the one on the 320 is just a tow bar, where the other MD-88 actually has pieces around it, which is really cool. I'm not sure what the proper terminology is. See a belt loader over there on the corner, and also plenty of Delta bag carts, which we're definitely going to need a bunch of those. So that's really cool. And yeah, all of that is looking really sharp. Also, just look at the 767 fuselage, just amazing. On top of that, we have the L1011 fuselage in this shot too. So I thought this was a really neat one, and definitely really does a good job showing it off. You can also see the jet bridges, amazing detail. I definitely want to buy some of those at some point. They are pretty pricey, of course, but considering the amount of detail, you also have the different pieces in there, and also just the styling. It really goes to show how immaculate 1-200 is. I also did do a airport update essentially of this display, so I will post that as a separate video as well, so definitely stay tuned. Here's a little bit more of a zoomed in shot of the Delta 320. You can see the tow bar there. You also have the MD-90, now that we can reveal that in the back, along with various 737-900s, and this is a pretty typical lineup, and I really like what they did. They put mainly newer Delta aircraft, but also some cool flashbacks to the past. There's some colors and motion aircraft in here, some Northwest, so we'll see some of those as we go throughout. A zoomed in image here so we can see these aircraft types down the line a little bit better. Delta 737-900ER looking very nice. You got a Boeing 767-200 with winglets, Boeing 767-300 with winglets. We'll get closer ups in a little bit. And it appears to be a Northwest DC-9, a Delta A220-300, and then down there Delta 767 and some other aircraft. So a really cool shot. You can see all the jet bridges. It looks really cool. And here's another top shot here so you can kind of see what it looks like. This is a really good shot to look at the light poles and the air conditioning units on top of the terminal building, which is cool. And I don't know if this is the ramp tower. I can't quite see it very good, but that might be the ramp tower, which I know Atlanta has somewhere. I'm not sure if it's that though, but looking really cool. Here's the other side, and like I was hinting at, he did have some really cool tidbits in here, kind of to throw some variety into this. So Delta Airlines 727 Ron Allen right here in front of you, a beautiful model, a very rare one. You also have the Ron Allen MD-88. I think that's the recent release, actually. I might be wrong. I can't remember if they did that 1-200 or not. And then you have the 757 widget. That's definitely probably the new one, which is a very popular one. There's colors in motion 757 with winglets down there and cool other pieces. So a very good shot right here. I really like the blur concept. It definitely really focuses the video. And there's a closer shot up. Yeah, you can see colors in motion 757 better in a couple. I think there might be a Ron Allen 7.6 down there and another colors in motion 7.7. I think that these are all really cool liveries and great to see all of Delta's history on one side and then new one on the other side. I thought it was a great variety. A much better look at that pushback tug with the pieces around the landing gear. So very good attention to detail. So kind of shifting gears here a little bit. This was from the update itself, I believe. We have the Delta Airlines Boeing 767-300, a recent release, 1201 Papa. And yeah, what a great looking model. This is a really good frame to take a look at this intricate ground service equipment, which will be pretty relevant to, my collecting at some point here. So it is important to kind of get an idea. So you can see the SUV, you can see the belt loader, you can see the trucks back there, you can see the cargo pallets, you can see the tractor, you can see the actual baggage carts themselves. It's just a great variety and a really good look at the canopy there on the jet bridges, which are also immaculate. And once again, you can kind of see how the light poles and AC units look in relation to the airport. You can also see underneath there slots where the various GSC will go under and so forth. So just overall amazing detail. And this is also a very good time to recognize the foil, which turned out really good. This is gate A21. And yeah, really good lines, very good creases, very good printing. You can see the tiles really well. Just overall, it's a really good combination of resources. It looks really nice. I apologize, it's a little fuzzy, but we have the Delta SkyTeam Boeing 737-800, a great model right here. So you can see belt carts, there might be a GPU there on the back wall. You can see how the belt loaders look up to the aircraft, and also a lav truck, which is very nicely detailed. I really like that lav truck, very good detail. But yeah, overall, just a great piece there. You can see how intricate the printing is on the mat here from this angle too. Also note how precise each gate is. Some of them have the different bump out pieces. In this case, obviously next to some sort of probably kitchen area back there or so forth. They're on that little bump out off the terminal building. So very cool. And you also, even down to the detail of having what would be the flight board here. So this is where it would tell you if it was going like Greenville or Minneapolis or where this aircraft would be going. So just great to see the detail. A much higher resolution image of this 737-900ER. Very good looking model. And yeah, this is a very good look at the gate here. You also even got some yellow belt loaders there. I like the parking spots as well. So yeah, just extremely intricate. I'm sure there was some edits made on this to kind of scale it properly, but the fact that it came out this good. You even have the belt baggage carts with the Delta advertisements, like Atlanta's hometown airline and the credit card advertisements. So I think that's really cool here at A29. Immaculate. Here's a nice down shot here, or view shot here of some of the aircraft. We got the A220-100. This is looking from the other side, so you see the Ron Allens and colors of motions here in the back. So this is the other side of that here, the high A30 gates on the odd side. Embraer 175 is here. I don't know when they're going to start flying enhanced winglets to ATL, but at some point it's got to happen, right? Delta 737, that looks like an 800 with a bunch of detail on it. That might be a very recent release. A Delta 717 down there too, and it looks like a 321neo and a non-winglet 757. But a great time to really recognize the bump out pieces along with the pushback tugs, the belt loaders, SUVs, just amazing detail throughout the road going strong there too. I sincerely apologize. This is a very blurry image, but fortunately the update will get a better view of this. So back over there, you see that winglet 757 colors in motion, and then this stunning MD-11 sneaking in, which was definitely a piece at Atlanta. I know they flew these to London, and I think Tokyo is a little far, but I know they flew them quite a few different places. So it's a really good opportunity to recognize that. You also have the colors in motion. It's a 767-200 that was down here, which is very neat. I don't know what capacity those flew to Atlanta, but I'm sure they did. So great to get the feature of that here. This is a very nice shot just to overlook the entire airport. And yeah, you can really see all of what we're kind of talking about coming together. You can see how intricately done it was. You can see the staggering of the air conditioning units. You can see the little ramp tower piece. I believe that's what it is. Again, I apologize if not. You can see the the baggage carts here. There's 5 here, and it looks to be like 8 or 9 over here. You can see the catering trucks coming by and just all the detail. I really like it. Very staggered and definitely representing well a wide variety. In case these couple aircraft I don't get a better shot of, we do have the Northwest DC-9, and then it was actually Northeast Boeing 727-100 down here. This was part of the Delta family too. And there's also a Delta Ron Allen 757 without winglets right there too. So really great to see all these aircraft come together, and it was great to have them all displayed. There's a much better shot of the Delta MD-88 high-level overview this time. It is a really nice model right there, so glad that's featured. A much better look at the MD-11. You can also see the actual cargo loaders here this time in the catering truck examples, so love this GSC. Really turned out well. And yeah, the foils, once again, really blew me away. Initially, I was surprised to see them, but once I studied them some more, I was like, yeah, these actually are really, really good. So great shout out to Josh. This is a really well put together display. This is a little bit more of a angled off high level overview this time. Really good to see the various equipment once again. I really like this shot here on the corner because this is where the windows are, and Denver and Atlanta have this, cornered off hexagon type design, which is very cool. But here's the 77 at the corner gate, and I love these corner gates. They're quite cool. But once again, just very intricately detailed with these little bump outs. You can see the tray down here. Very smart to put the, pallet pieces underneath there so it doesn't come apart. I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, you can see once again the advertisements here for Delta on the baggage carts. And yeah, the 777-200 loading up one of their many destinations. They have a bunch of destinations. Another angle of the Boeing 767-300 once again. A very good looking plane. Very happy to see that. And a much better resolution shot of the 727 despite a shadow, but hey, it was certainly really cool. Really look at that canopy off the jet bridge, though. That's a huge takeaway. That is a very nice canopy. It looks really nice. Once again, another high-level overview. You want to make sure I had a good thumbnail, and another one for good measure. That one's not quite as good for good measure, but it is a shot, so we love that. And that is all the images that I have here. So I really hope all of you enjoyed taking a look at this. I probably threw in some clips throughout of the actual, footage itself. So this is a super cool airport. It was really cool to review it. Josh, again, huge shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much for making this a reality at Atlanta to look at. It's very impressive to see what you're doing with the model airport displays, and I certainly hope to see another cool display like this in the future at more airline collectible shows. So definitely inspires me. I hope it inspires all of you as well. And with that being said, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you? Do my name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.